If you don't agree with a person, you don't cut big checks to them. They do not flood the opposition party, these business types, in general, do not flood the opposition party and its candidates with money. And it's human nature. People give more money to the party and to the people that they agree with. And with the Donald, most of his political donations have flooded over to the Democrat side of the aisle. And the Washington Post gives an even more detailed rundown than Karl Rove did the other day. They say Donald Trump, an early presidential favorite among Tea Party activists. I mean, I don't even know if that's true. Nothing suggests that he's a favorite among Tea Party activists. So the Washington Post makes that assumption. But they say he has a highly unusual history of political contributions for a prospective Republican candidate. He's given most of his money to Democrats. The real estate mogul has made more than $1.3 million in donations over the years to candidates nationwide, with 54% of that money going to Democrats. Now, that doesn't mean that, it's a close split. The 46% went to Republicans. The other 46% was sort of scattered around between Republicans and independents and others. Recipients include Harry Reid. We'll get to that, but again, highly divisive race last time for Harry Reid. If Trump was a converted conservative, why would he give to Harry Reid? He gave to Rahm Emanuel, a former aide to Obama who received $50,000 from Trump during his recent run to become Chicago mayor. Again, I'm going to harp on this point because there are these people that, he's got to spread his money around. He's got to grease up the skids. He wouldn't give unless he agreed with Rahm Emanuel and thought he was the best man for that job, and he really agreed with his positions. He wouldn't give $50,000 to Rahm Emanuel. He'd give $3,000. And then listen to the Washington Post here. The Democratic recipients of Trump's donations make up what looks like a Republican enemies list. This is the liberal Washington Post pointing this out. They include Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, Charles Rangel, Chuck Schumer, and the liberal lion Teddy Kennedy. The biggest recipient of all has been, however, this is also telling, the biggest recipient of Donald Trump's money has been the Democratic Senate Campaign Committee of New York, which has taken in more than $125,000 from Trump and his companies. Overall, Trump has given nearly $600,000 to New York state campaigns, with more than two-thirds going to Democrats. You don't do that, and you don't cut those size checks unless you really agree with them. His Democratic generosity is hardly confined to New York. However, Trump has given more than $250,000 to federal candidates and campaigns, including more than $100,000 to the party's House and Senate campaign committees. Again, you're giving money you're not just giving money to, you can't in this instance say, well, I really support Harry Reid, or I really think Hillary Clinton's a good gal and I want to see her in the Senate again. He is giving generic chunks of money, big sums of money, to the generic House and Senate campaign committees. Here, use this any way you want just to get Democrats elected. He donated $10,400 to Harry Reid, including for his 2012 battle with Sharon Engel, the GOP nominee and Tea Party favorite. Right there, one of the most pivotal and important races in the country in 2010. Sharon Engel's race, she was admittedly sort of a flawed candidate, but her race, her win would have helped tip the scales in the Senate to the Republicans. And Trump, who calls himself a conservative now, donates to Harry Reid. That should tell you all you need to know about Donald Trump. He's not a conservative. And you people still clinging to the notion that he is, you need to wake up. I'm not quite sure what he's up to here. You start to wonder, and now I'm going to float my own black helicopter theory here, and it's probably nuts. You start to wonder, is he intentionally trying to ensure a second Obama term here? Is he going to work to screw up the Republican side of the aisle, claiming he's a Republican, and then, of course, not get the nomination, and then say, I'm going to run as a third-party candidate to siphon votes away from the Republicans? So Obama gets a second term? I mean, you really wonder what he's up to here, because he is not a conservative. Is it all just about ego boost? He has narcissistic personality disorder as well, you've got to believe. But, call Trump a closet liberal, call him an opportunist who's just out for Trump, but it's clear the guy is no conservative. And about all he can do by getting into the 2012 GOP race is screw things up.